on to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Utes will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So West Virginia's offense will have the ball first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Grab near the marker. It's Vaughn. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick pass on the fly motion. Wide open spaces. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. Toss sweep to the right.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. The Mountaineers get enough for the first down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. got the back over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Snagged in the middle. It's Vaughn. They go on top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Under fire. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utah Utes offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable. Guys that...
There he goes! Still on his feet. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Utes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the air. It's Gandier. Got his man quickly. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll toss it to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. There goes going to test the right side with this one. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up of 2. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Bust through behind his pad. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Mountaineers are on the move. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The give to the back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, you got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. They've been doing a nice job running the football on this drive, getting themselves into this position, third down in the red zone. They've got a 4-point lead. Obviously, a huge third down here, but even if they don't get it, they can kick the field goal and make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're thinking touchdown, try to make this a 2-possession game.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On first down from their own 22. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top, using the quick game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Bentley. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And that's what what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Throws to the tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year. That has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated. They better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Utes can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. It's a seam wide open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Slithers into space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be first and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Utes line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Big guy smells it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here.
It's a running room. Oh, a lot of space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. Looking deep. It's caught. Turning it on. Touchdown, West Virginia. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to pass. It's Dampier. He's got him. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Took a shot as he threw.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He's got it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On third down, going up top. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? want another play. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Fires to the tight end. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Swings it out to the flat. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. It's complete to the left. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Buying some time. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Dampier. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think of it.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Utes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The run to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This is why Rice-Eccles one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He's got an open man, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the right. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Utes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Fair catch, called for and made. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Makes the grab all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Red pass, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. On target. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bentley. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They boot it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gallagher. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to sling it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
At the 40, there he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've yet to convert on fourth down, though not for lack of trying. 0 for 3 so far. Let's see if they can get... Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll go to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Knocked in the air and incomplete as that pressure denies the pass toward the end zone. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about